This is the back of the Charger, wraparound taillights. Got these exhaust ports, looks good. 20s. These are those 20s. We've probably already seen these 20s before because I think the other Charger had them. This looks very, very attractive. And this just lets you know, the Hellcat has far more aggressive skirts and everything. Like they've got all those cutouts right here that you really want to have, so everybody knows your car is faster than theirs as soon as they see it. Because let's not kid ourselves, that's all we're doing, we're showing off. And the sad thing is, it's men showing off for other men, because the simple fact of the matter is, women don't give a fuck. Most women have no idea what the difference between a SRT and a Hellcat. They don't know any of this shit. All they're interested in is that you've got money and you got a job and you got a car. So basically, it really doesn't even matter unless you're, like me, you go to car shows and show off your cars and this, that, and other. You're trying to get these worthless trophies. You could have just bought a trophy. But this is the SXT Premium with the 20-inch wheels. And I'm guessing the tire size is 245, 45, 20. So these are the exact same type of wheels I have on my SRT 300. They're 99V wheels that they're giving you. And it looks like they're probably, these are Firestones. That's interesting. These are Firestone tires. Chrysler up until now seemed to be giving you Goodyear Eagle RSO2s. My favorite tire was the Goodyear Eagle GT tire. But Goodyear, I think, stopped making the Eagle GT for whatever reason. But that was actually a really good all-season tire, and it was good, thick, heavy rubber. So let me just see, what's the Firestone tire size, just so we all know. I like to be very thorough when I talk about these things, because I'm a Mopar fanboy, and I'm proud of it. I'd rather be a Mopar fanboy than a goddamn Acura fanboy. These are 245/45 R20 BSW all-season tires. There you go. Okay, so this is an XT Premium SXT Charger. Base price is $29.95. They added in the 20-inch wheels, all of these things, heated steering wheel. Basically, this is all the tech options and all the safety tech options. It tops out at $38,180. Power sunroof, $1,200 basically, or $1,195. I don't know why they don't just round up. Make everything divisible by 5. Either round up, round down. But anyway, this is an SXT Premium, and you're looking at $40,000, give or take taxes. So this is an SXT Premium. You put the car in accessory mode to look at the Uconnect Touch. Okay, I don't want to get any music in here because YouTube messes with videos if you put music in. But basically what you're dealing with is the most sophisticated and easiest to use Uconnect touch system. This is the best infotainment system on the entire market. Now, some people will argue and they'll be like, oh yeah, well, you could learn syncing. This is so easy to use. You want to go to navigation? Boom, navigation, touch it. Except they don't want you driving and paying attention to this when you shouldn't be. Inventory, you got everything at your touch. View map. You want to see the map? There you go. You want to go back? You want to say where to? Let's see. Where do you want to go? Well, let's turn it up and let's ask the radio.
I need to get you.
You touch the voice recognition. Find address.
Say house number, street, city, and state.
125 16. What?
Please try
shit.
again.
I'm trying to make something up. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not even gonna bother with that. I can't make up an address because it'll be wrong. But you get the point. Controls. You got a heated seat, cooled seat, ventilation cools your ass. Heated steering wheel. Man, this feels good in the winter. As soon as you turn on the car, the heated steering wheel comes on, the heated seat comes on, it feels great. And then it knows that it's cold outside because the temperature goes below 50 degrees or whatever, or 30 degrees, and the car knows that it's going to be cold, so it turns all that on for you when you start the thing. Then, what else you got? You got the new system here, stability controls and traction controls, lane assist, all those things. Everything is actually intelligently put next to the driver where it's supposed to be. They should be doing this on all cars. Why is it that they have stability control on some cars on the passenger side? I don't want the passenger touching it. Now, once again, we have the new 8-speed shifter. The new 8-speed shifter has an interlock button. And when you push the button, that unlocks the system the way it's supposed to be. Now, that makes it so that you don't accidentally go into an out of park or drive, which makes it easier for everybody to use. That's how it's supposed to be. This stereo system in this Uconnect Premium comes with Beats Audio. And Beats Audio, right here, you can see this little B here on the stereo speakers. Beats Audio, in my opinion, is headphones for badge whores. I mean, you'd really have to be stupid to actually pay like $200 or $300 for a pair of studio monitor headphones and then give a pair of these things to these children that are going to take them to school, get them broken. And then once they realize that they can't simply fix them because they were made of cheap Chinese plastic, they try to put tape over them thinking that that's going to solve something. And then they realize it doesn't work that way. But if you really want good sound, you want either, here's my problem. For cars, especially from what I've experienced, because I do my own car installations, and I also do professional installations every now and then, Kicker is my favorite speaker. I love Kicker. Kicker handles bass far better than, in my opinion, the Beats Audio. And my car came with a 19-piece Harman Kardon system in my SRT 300. And the Jeep came with its own premium system. But the difference is my Jeep has a subwoofer that is open to the cabin. And that gives it a more boomier, bassier sound. And that's exactly what I really wanted. But the 300 system, while it sounds good and it sounds loud, I would have really preferred Kickers. So what I may do is replace all of those speakers with Kickers. And I've already started by buying some 6x9 speakers. I think they're called the DS379s or something like that, but they're really better at bass. But if you're a person who wants to buy a charger, you'll have no problem with the stereo system in this car. Like, I'm going to turn it up real quick, but I'm not going to get too much sound in it because I don't want... let me turn it up. Let's see. If you go to, when it says connect device on the Uconnect, that means do you have an auxiliary input or do you have Bluetooth for your phone? So if you have a phone, it'll do wireless Bluetooth to the car. Me personally, I prefer using the SD card reader because the SD card reader you can get a 32 gigabyte chip for about $15.99 sometimes on eBay, or you can just go to Micro Center. You can store thousands upon thousands of songs, right? If you go to radio, I'm going to turn it up just so you can hear that bass, but first I'm going to equalize it. Like, what you do is, if you want more bass in the music, what you do is you put like a V setting or a U setting, right? And it gives you a lot of bass in your music. So let me watch this voice recognition. Tune to 103.5.
Tuning to 103.5 FM.
An offer for new customers subscribing to a Fios TV Select HD 25 meg internet and home phone bundle with a fully loaded entertainment pack, taxes, fees, FDVA fee, router, equipment charges.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. The bass is good. The only problem is unless you have an SRT or an RT model, I'm not completely happy with how the bass fills the cabin because, see, in the SRT model, there's so many speakers, it sounds almost like the music is coming from all around you, including like the ceiling and everything. And even though there's no speakers in the ceiling, some cars are putting speakers right in the middle of their ceilings, but these cars, they can't really do that because of like the placement of the moonroof. But some cars like the S-Class and, some of the new German cars, they put a speaker like right here next to the windshield or the ultra view moonroof. And right here, there's no heated and cooled cup holders like the SRTs and the fully loaded RTs have. But heated and cooled cup holders are an option for the higher up models. So basically, this is the second time I've shown you what one of the 2015 Chargers looks like. It's a gorgeous car. The interior leaves a little bit to be desired because, some people might want brighter interiors. The problem is when all the interior colors are like dark, And, you know, there's not much option. Like, you can't get these coffee colors like mocha and, you know, when you can't get more color options, some people may say, oh, but it feels like an economy car. The 300 offers you a lot of color choices. The Cherokee offers you a lot of color choices. And hopefully the Charger will start offering more color choices, even in the lower end, like where you could have the seats changed, or you could have the headliners changed and all that. So, you know, we'd like to see stuff like that, because this way, if you have brighter interiors, it makes the car feel airier and roomier and whatnot. So this is the second Charger I look like. You got to like the new steering wheel. It looks good. Everything looks good in this car. It's a great car, and it's fun to drive because these are rear-wheel drive cars. Unless you get the all-wheel drive model, you have a base rear-wheel drive Charger or 300 or Challenger, and the driving experience is fun because when you step on the you know, the gas, you don't get any torque steer like you'd get in a Honda Accord or some shitty Acura or some stupid Nissan. There's no torque steer whatsoever because the torque doesn't come. You know, you'd get torque steer from the front wheels because you're simultaneously turning and accelerating. But when you have rear-wheel drive, there's no torque steer whatsoever. And it's a totally different driving experience. People who, you know, I let people sometimes drive my cars, and they're like, wow, this thing drives incredibly. But I'm like, yeah, that's because you've been driving a fucking shitty Nissan fucking Maxima all your life, or a stupid Toyota Camry or some stupid Acura. And you don't know what a car is supposed to drive like, because this is real American muscle right here. And you just don't know. And there's a good amount of space in the back seat. Back seat's got some good space. I think everybody pretty much knows these are really big cars. But I like the darker colors on the Charger. I kind of don't like the light colors. But this is what you get. And I'm happy with the you know, the technology redesigns. Got your auxiliary port, your SD card, your Bluetooth audio. Somebody on my last video asked me, does this car have a CD player? And just to be thorough, this one does not have a CD player, but I know they can optionally put a CD player in for you. There is no CD player. Nowadays, they pretty much expect you to have some kind of digital source that's not a CD. SD card, Bluetooth audio, or Sirius XM. To tell you the God's honest truth, you're better off without the CD player. CD players, every now and then, they jam, they break. I really think you're better off without the CD player. Put your music on an SD card. You can store thousands upon thousands of songs. A CD is capped at what, 650 megabytes? You get yourself an SD card. The cheapest SD card is like $7 for 16 gigabytes. So you've already got like 10 times what you have on a CD. This video goes specifically to you guys who are asking about CD players. Forget it. The CD days are over. The CD days are over, just like the manual days are over. You see this shit right here? You ain't going to see manuals in most of these cars no more. They accelerate far too fast for people to actually shift on their own. The computer handles everything. Leave your life in the hands of the computer. I know it's counterintuitive. I know you don't want to do it. But, you know, it just so happens that you're probably going to have to. And that's it. That's the SXT Premium. So what I'll probably try to do is do a review on an RT. And even though I've driven better, I might drive an RT or all-wheel drive or something, just so you can see a little bit of driving. But to tell you the truth, it's like my car, the cars I got are you know, they're SRTs. It's not the same thing. So if you want to drive it and feel how it feels to you, like, you know, you should just go test drive one. They'll love to give you a test drive. But tomorrow, tune back in, because I'm going to actually be driving and videoing the Tesla Model S dual motor version. So be sure to tune back in tomorrow. Thank you.